To me, if she had any degree of self-awareness whatsoever, she would say, she would concede as like, yeah, we
Yeah.
probably created a couple viral moments we didn't need to.
Right.
And I've had to kind of take stock of how I'm going to position myself in this situation.
Exactly.
I love my son. I'm here to protect him and do right by him. But, hey, to be honest, some of the crap I've caught is okay.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Yeah.
All this other stuff. So it's not just about you guys seeing me out and thinking we're just like hanging, party.
I mean, there are like so many pieces of the way people sort of try to attack you or critique you. There are all of these moments on social media. There are these viral moments that people use to sort of pick apart who you are, your proximity to Jayden, and kind of what that means. What do you say about some of those moments?
The context is always put out. It's unfortunate we're in a world now where clickbait is it, right? I mean, I'm on TikTok and I'm like, man, I'm on TikTok and I'm like, God, like, and it takes a lot out of you to not respond because some of this stuff you're just like, you just want to go full fledged. I mean, I'm getting tagged on Twitter. I'm getting threatened. It's like nuts. It's crazy. And I'm like, all because of like, I'm a mom that protects my son and I don't have a problem with it. I hold to it, but the narrative.
So that's basically.
That was fucking awful.
And she went more into that
was
she's just
a
protecting her son.
miserable non-answer.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pathetic.
But basically her answer is like I'm just protecting my son.
I totally disagree. She needs a life. That is just absolutely absurd that she would be so involved in her 25-year. If he's 25 and she doesn't think that she has raised him in a manner that she knows he will make good decisions and understand that he will make mistakes and let him go off and be a man, then she clearly did not do a good job.
Look at Mark. Mark says she said a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for real. Yeah.
Exactly. She turned that into an attack on, about.
She made herself a
Yeah,
victim
she made
in that
herself
situation, and she
yeah.
did not answer the question at all.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, if she had any degree of self-awareness whatsoever, she would say, she would concede as like, yeah, we probably created a couple viral moments we didn't need to.
Right.
And I've had to kind of take stock of how I'm going to position myself in this situation.
Exactly.
I love my son. I'm here to protect him and do right by him. But, hey, to be honest, some of the crap I've caught is okay.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, but to just not answer and laugh and make dumb faces and look like an old wicked crow.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. Why must
Take it down.
you attack her looks? What do you like?
Because I was
Donald
distracted by him. I was like, my God, not only can she not answer a question, she looks ugly when she's lying.
I
don't know about that.
I
but
saw that and I immediately was like horrified when I saw that, heard about her and what was her name?
Juju. Yeah,
Juju.
Juju. That was
It
crazy.
was embarrassing.
Because
I
at the
felt
very
bad
least,
for him.
they're both athletes. Like, let them have a conversation. They're both young athletes.
Exactly.
Who knows if she's trying to shoot her shot or he's trying to shoot her shot. They're just talking at a basketball game.
Right.
Now.
But by putting yourself like physically in the middle makes you the story.
It does.
And that's what you're doing. So, again, her not wanting to answer that, to me, is revealing that she wants to be a part of the story.
She wants to be, exactly.
She's attention starved, and she wants to ingratiate herself into this story.
Now, what about Jayden? Is there anything he can do to?
There will be a significant falling out.
Yeah. They're going to end up having. They're not going to talk for years.
Yeah.
Because there will be a point where he's going to meet someone and she's not, clearly she doesn't like anybody. She is going to create, she's going to make it so untenable for him that he is going to be like, you know what, I'm going to choose my pussy over here and you got to go, mama. I'm not like that. I do give advice to my son, but then I also realize that he's gonna make mistakes. he has to go through. I'd rather him go through that now than make those errors when he gets older, when he has a lot more to lose.
Oh yeah.
Right? She's a mess.
It takes it diminishes him. I mean, he's the embracing the leader and face of a franchise for the Commanders, and there's no way he's not going to get clowned in the locker room for this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just, and it's crazy, and it's just like, if she doesn't have the self-awareness to kind of take a step back, not put herself in the camera all the time. There's nothing to say she couldn't be at the game a couple seats away. There's, whatever. There's plenty of ways to be close and connected, but you are making yourself part of the story. He will in time regret that and resent it, particularly when it kind of like looks bad on him. I mean, if you go through the history of this, like Tiger Woods and his dad, Lewis Hamilton and his father, they've, like, a lot of these like parents that were extremely close, they've had periods of time when they've kind of fallen out. Because the kid at some point, for his own mental health, needs to kind of create his own space. And when they're too close, when they're too tight, it's going to be a situation where it's going to be like a couple years of not talking. And I don't want you involved in my shit right now.
And on the other end of that spectrum is the mom who is like LeBron's mom, who was like just off the chain. Like, there's, I'm looking at both ends of that. Like, you do want a part of you want your mom to be protective, but you also want her to understand that, you're an adult now. You're making your own money, and I think she's, his momager? So she's handling the purse strings too. Like, come on, you have to let
the
him
business side
grow. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel.
Now, isn't Lamar's mom his manager?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm going to credit her. She's been his manager, and I'm aware of that since the draft, I believe. And she's had that role now for 8 years or more?
You never see her here.
You don't see her. Occasionally somebody, Baker Mayfield had a funny story about interacting with her. She's handled this perfectly.
Yeah.
And Lamar is, by all accounts, a great dude. Yeah. Great human being. And, she's done it right. And so, you don't have to put yourself literally in the middle of everything to do a good job of raising your kid. That's why this is about her and not about Jayden and her alleged mission.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about LeBron is after that incident happened, though, like, with the teammate, with
Delonte West.
Like, you never heard a thing from her again. Like,
right.
I don't know what LeBron did, but he
might have her like in the basement.
He did something.
Tied to a chair.
Because you would see her out a lot.
Baby all for your ass. You better go sit down.
And not for nothing. I don't know if LeBron is in the mafia or not, but Delonte took like a harsh turn after that too.
Is that really the one that became homeless?
Yeah, he's like out on the street. Oh, yeah. He's like, it's like, wow.
I think I thought Mark Cuban kind of like
he tried
helped
to
him out for a while, and it didn't really stick.
Yeah.
He showed some progress, and it fell apart.
Yeah.
So. It's that what is that thing that
Illuminati?
Illuminati.
Illuminati ties, man.
Yeah.
Cost my family, you're done forever. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's she definitely. I feel bad for the son, for Jayden.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
What it is, it's a collision that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're just not there yet, but it's going to happen. And because you can see it coming, you do feel bad for Jayden, because it's like your mom doesn't need to put you in this spot.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That was like when I used to go to Julian's games and scream from the sidelines. I didn't realize until one day I was watching some video of a game, and I heard myself screaming the entire time, and I was like, oh my God, that does sound bad. And he was like, Mom, you're the only one yelling. I can hear your voice. I don't hear anybody else's mom. And I was like, I had to like take, stock in that and say, okay, well, I need to tone it down a little bit, because I am embarrassing him, because, I just didn't think, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I thought I was showing my support.
Yeah.
But, it's like you have to have self-awareness, right? So it's
I like that.
she's never
It's a good story.
had that.
And that's honestly why I hated her response to Ryan so much, because it's like clearly you have now become viral with this behavior. And if you can't say, hey, man, probably could have done things a little differently, or that's not what I intended, and I'm going to be kind of, walking this back a little bit, then you're just, you're just lost. You're hopeless.
Hopeless. All right.